This is the Sunny Side Up podcast.
Join me in the sunshine.
Hello and welcome to the Sunny Side Up Show, episode 29.
Seriously? 29 episodes
29,
already?
we're almost to number 30.
Wow.
So, yeah. How was the trip? First of all, we gotta address this.
Brandon, Alan, where's
They
Angel?
know it's 29.
How come you're taller than I am?
I don't know, because your chair isn't as tall as
Hang on a second. Adjustment. Set
this
adjustment.
feels fine. This is fine.
You
Don't
just
you
like
agree?
talking down to
I don't
me,
know,
don't
maybe.
you? There, we're
Anyways.
better. There.
Schoolwork, that's where Angel is at.
Okay.
That's
yep.
what most of the time she's doing. So
College type stuff.
priorities,
Now
at
my
least she's
mic's
got them
not
straight.
tall enough.
Oh, gosh.
Golly, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
No, anyway, start over.
No, okay.
No,
What
I
do you
mean,
mean?
I'm just saying, you asked me how the cruise
I
went?
asked you how the cruise went.
It went great.
You haven't answered.
Went to
Now you
Cozumel,
did.
Mexico,
Yes.
and hence the shirt, the Cozumel surfer shirt.
You know, I've seen those a lot around here in Enid, Oklahoma.
It's 'cause
Now I know where they're from.
Yeah, the Cozumel.
Now I know
If
where
they say
they're
they're
from.
from Cozumel, they're from Cozumel.
Yeah, that's pretty
So-
awesome. I had
yeah.
no idea. I had no idea.
I literally, we went snorkeling when I was down there.
Yeah.
And, okay, first of all, never been on a cruise,
Mm-hmm.
never been to the Caribbean, never seen, the last time I saw blue water was when a toilet was colored blue, like the blue cleaner blue.
Yeah.
But the ocean, the true blue ocean in Cozumel is literally the color of this shirt. I'm not exaggerating at all.
See, that's the only
it
thing I
was
think
so
I would
weird.
desire to see. I don't
And-
really know if I like the aspect
The
of
idea
the
of a
cruise.
I wasn't that bad.
I just
It was all
want
right. It was
to
good.
see the water.
Our cruise line's awesome. And,
Yeah.
and-
I'm not saying it's
and
not.
I'm
don't get me
not
wrong.
going to
but-
do an endorsement for somebody that's not doing business with us on the podcast, but it was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really neat.
And we went snorkeling one day, and I was like, well, since we're going snorkeling, I probably should buy some type of shirt to protect me from getting caught up by a jellyfish or something like that. And sure enough, I did swim into a jellyfish, and it nailed me on the ankle.
Wow.
For real. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
what the heck? So, yeah. But there was fish, and there was an eel, and we had a blast.
See, I don't care. You told me about this eel and that it was like super small.
I'm talking
I
about like a
don't-
teeny tiny little baby eel. It was down there on the bottom. It was like 15,
I don't
20
care.
feet from us.
I don't care that's no, that's a no.
All
for
right. All right.
Me. Yeah. So, well,
It was good. It was good.
that's
So,
good. That's very good.
We do have to give a shout out. That may not quite be the word, but our thoughts and our prayers are with the entire Kobe Bryant family, the Lakers family. He was with the Lakers his whole career.
All of NBA, really.
And just people were talking about it. I'm going, the guy was a superstar, celebrity, and it doesn't matter what thing you're into. A dad and his daughter died, and it's just
Yeah,
sad. And so
that is sad.
we just wanted to take a second and just recognize the Bryant family and understand that your story's touched everybody everywhere. Everywhere. So,
And it's I'm sorry, we got to continue on this legacy. Whenever you throw trash into a trash can and you yell Kobe, is going to mean so much more now.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more of a tribute now than
I
anything.
gotcha. Okay.
And so I think that if you're watching this now wondering if that's appropriate to still yell that whenever you're throwing stuff into a trash can or whatever, trying to make a goal and yelling Kobe, I think it's more appropriate
guess-
now than it was.
I guess it depends on what's on your heart
Yeah.
when you say it, right? So that's between you
I
and
think I think that that's an appropriate thing. We did that today at work, actually.
Oh, you
We were
did?
throwing
Okay.
some stuff in the trash and we were
Yeah.
yelling Kobe
All right.
for it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Okay.
Let it live on. Let the legacy
Yeah.
live on. So.
Definitely. That's cool. I did forget to tell you something about the cruise.
Oh.
And we were talking about this shirt, but I wore another shirt coming home. This is the weirdest thing ever. Did I tell you about the shirt?
When you were in
In Dallas coming
yeah,
home?
you did. Yeah.
So it's just weird, but it's so coincidental. I have not heard the song Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash since I was a kid, when my dad played the album or something. I don't. It's an old song and classic. But I'm in a rest stop in Dallas, and as I'm walking up to the bathroom area, there's like 10 people that are staring at me, and I mean like staring at me like I've got something on my face. And my first I'm like, did I not zip my pants? Am I wearing pants? It was a long cruise. Did I even bother to put my clothes on? I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And I walk in, And Folsom Prison Blues is playing over the speaker system in the bathroom, get your pop area, the little rest area. I go past the bathroom mirror and I realize I'm wearing my Johnny Cash Folsom Prison Blues T-shirt. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. That's pretty cool.
It's weird. It's
I don't know.
weird. It freaked me out. The whole trip home, I'm thinking about that. I don't even know what that meant.
Who knows? But
So,
that kind of
anyway,
makes for a
yeah.
silly story. So
Yeah, sorry. I meant to stay on the cruise story, but I couldn't help it.
It's
'cause
fine.
You got Jonathan Livingston Seagull to talk about over there.
yeah. So just some stories to go
Yeah.
into as we're chugging our way through
Mm-hmm.
this thing. 12 years ago, I don't know. John Sumner. Yeah, Sumner, I
Yeah.
guess it'd be called,
Mm-hmm.
struck up a unique friendship with a seagull that he named Chirpy. John was walking on the beach in southern England with his dog when he noticed a seagull who had broken his leg. He gave the bird some dog biscuits and the bird flew away. The next day, the bird returned for another biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Thus began the slow process of an unlikely friendship. With the help of his human counterpart, Chirpy's leg healed, and although it was a bit crooked, the bird was back to his regular self, and it now shares a special friendship with Sumner. For the last 12 years, during the migrating season, the seagull returns to visit him every single day. John is now 80, and he believes the bird is about to be 20 years old. So, just around
Chirpy.
about. So, yep.
Okay.
He says in March, Chirpy will go off and do his natural thing, and then in September, he is back to normal. As normal after they have done their nesting, and Chirpy won't approach anyone else, but the bird will fly straight over to Sumner as soon as he arrives. John says it makes him wonder what kind of world we actually are in. Do they know more than we think we know? They know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of seagulls.
Yeah, I'm sure
A
you did.
lot of seagulls.
I'm sure you did.
So, I wonder what he's going to do when the bird passes away.
That's
And
that's
will
not
the-
what, no, I
Well,
don't
but
want to think about that.
will the bird pass away there? Will he come up, fly home with him? And I don't know.
I don't know.
And what's he going to do if he does?
I don't know.
What's he going to do with the bird? I have an
I don't know.
idea.
Huh.
There's a process. I don't know if this will work with birds though, because birds have feathers, not fur. There's a new process out there that a lady came up with to keep your pets forever, and it's not. I don't. And this. I'm going to ask
Is it
you.
like a
you're talking about
taxidermy thing?
No,
Is it-
you're all about the cringe factor, right? Okay. It's not stuffing the cat or the dog or the seagull, but they take the fur from the animal, and I mean, like you're brushing your dog.
Yeah,
all right.
I know what you mean.
And as you brush your dog or your cat, you save the fur over the years, and they spin it into yarn, and then they make something out of the yarn. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not like you've got a stuffed cat in the living room. You just have a pillow made out of cat fur.
Not for me.
No.
Not going along with that one.
It's on Etsy,
Oh man.
and they call it chin, or something, CHIEN. If you're in France, you know what I mean. It means dog
Oh.
for the
Chinot.
dogs, and cat gora for cats. I don't. It's a French thing. The lady Teresa Furrer, believe it or not, Furrer, Furrer. It's either fur or Fuhrer, and I'm pretty sure it's fur. Makes the yarns full time. She notes it's most difficult to spin the fur of poodles because they're matted curls, and her favorite to spin comes from husky dogs, Malamutes, and Great Pyrenees.
It's not mixing with me here. I'm trying to find the whole that's kind of cool. It's not there. Not for me.
And again, all the yarn is spun from the fur that was collected while the animal was alive.
Nope.
So it's not some kind of weird shave the dead animal thing. It's not that at all.
There's just I don't know. There's
I
a
don't
such thing as
know.
just letting go, and I think that's we should do that in this situation.
I don't know. All right, fine.
Well, at what point do we take our dead dad's skin or dead
No,
mom's
that's
skin?
gross. Don't go.
Well,
there.
okay, so
No,
that's fine.
Gross.
So that's fine though.
It's your cat or your dog.
No, it's weird.
Okay.
Just lay it to rest.
Okay. All right. Okay. I wondered where the cringe factor was. Apparently,
It's there.
it's there.
It's there. I don't
All
know.
right, let's
it's not
move on.
Good, so.
It's the big game weekend.
Yeah, and see, look, like, okay, I'm gonna preface this
Yeah.
with the whole. I'm super pumped for people who love the Super Bowl.
Right.
I am not one of those that is pumped for the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I'm admitting it. I'll be the guy.
You're not a big football fan.
Not a big football fan. I never have been. And the thing is, there's nothing against football. I just.
Right.
I could never find interest in it. I tried really hard. Don't get me wrong, but I just couldn't do it.
Well, right, the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs are playing in it. I mean, they're just up the road.
Mm-hmm.
Well, up the road being 5 hours up the road from where we live. They're kind of a. It would be that, or the Dallas Cowboys would be the most people's favorite teams here in the Oklahoma area.
I would probably be more into it if there were an Oklahoma NFL team.
I understand, because we got the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I have nothing to kind of – and see, I'm still not a big basketball fan either, but I think it's cool that Oklahoma has their own, team.
You're all ate up by motocross, which is fine.
Well, look, I'm not saying everybody's got it. Right.
No,
but even before that, I still was not into basketball or football.
I know.
I never have been.
It's okay.
And I don't know why.
I'm
not sure.
Well, you're a band member.
No, look, there's
you're
plenty of people
I didn't say band
band
geek or band nerd. I said band member.
I don't care if you do because it's fine. But I'm just saying that I just never liked it. Never did. And there's no really rhyme or reason to it, because there was plenty of people in the band. You remember that would play football and then come up during halftime and still they play their instruments in their football uniform.
Right. So even though you're not a football fan, are you going to root for the Kansas City Chiefs or the San Francisco 49ers?
I don't know. I don't.
Because we have a certain surfer girl that's jealous of my shirt right now that watches this show that's probably a 49ers fan before she's a Chiefs fan.
Sure.
So we just got to get a little rivalry going a little bit.
So do I need to go for the Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't know, but I will say that I was a band geek too. Played the same trombone I handed down to you, and I was in college. I went to play at the Kansas City Stadium during the Kansas City Chiefs Denver Broncos game. Yeah. So I literally got to play at the halftime of an NFL game.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool. Big stadium. So I'm gonna root for the Chiefs. I think they're gonna win anyway. I think the money's on the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea anything more than that. That's
Look,
all I'm saying, because I
just
don't
hope
have a lot
that,
vested in NFL either.
This is with the NFL for me. The Browns, right?
Right.
Being that oh gosh, I don't remember
the
his
guy
name
from
now.
OU.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The guy from OU. This is how much I don't know and don't pay attention, but that's
Yeah.
what I do know, because there's somebody from Oklahoma.
But you will be somewhere on Sunday during the Super Bowl where they're going to be talking about eating Super Bowl food. No matter where you go, you're going to be, hey, it's Super Bowl.
I know Preacher Josh is probably watching this right now. And so we're probably going to be talking about food.
So you think he'll be eating wings?
Dude, I hope, because I want to eat wings with him.
All right, well, I mean, you got the wing story is amazing.
Okay. This year, is from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
The chicken sandwich may have won in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yep. But the chicken wing will still reign supreme over the big game in 2020. This coming Sunday, the National Chicken Council, I didn't know there was a National Chicken Council until just now on my life right now,
yes.
Has released its annual chicken wing report. Mm-hmm. They have that.
Yep.
That's the thing. Projecting Americans to consume a record-breaking 1.4 billion chicken wings during the Super Bowl. I don't know what numeral that is. Weekend.
What? You mean you don't know what numeral that is? Let me see it. I should even know it.
There's a 14 at the end of it. Or
Plus,
4,
L is 50.
Oh, 54 then. I didn't know L was 50.
Yeah.
There you go. I've learned something new today.
Kids.
I've learned that there was
Children.
a National Chicken Council today. I learned that there's an annual chicken wing report.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that L in Roman numerals is
and M's 1,000.
I think I did know that one, though.
Was that 100?
I don't know L.
No. M.
Yeah,
M.
okay. Wait a minute. You're going to bash me for... Nope. Can't do that. Anyways, this year's wing consumption estimate is a 2% increase over 2019, meaning Americans will eat 27 million more wings during this year's Super Bowl.
And at least 400 or 500 of them will be eaten at Josh's house.
Mm-hmm. Josh, yes, we're coming over.
Guarantee you.
I need you to cook at least 500,000 of those 1.4 billion.
Anybody going to go tailgating that you know of? You have friends that tailgate at football parties?
Eh.
Not at the Super Bowl. At the Hard Rock Stadium parking lot in Miami. Super Bowl's in Miami. You can't take your tailgating items, your chairs, your tents, your grills. NFL's imposed they have no tailgating policy in and around the Miami Garden Hard Rock Stadium. Now, I guess if you're parking outside that stadium, which is already full, that parking lot's been sold out forever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're parking in that parking lot, no tailgating. They said you can hang out by your vehicle and drink all day long if you want. You just can't set up your tent and your grills. So if you're gonna do the tailgating party, apparently you got to go across the street to, that one guy that charges $5,000 a day during Super Bowl Sunday to park in his front yard. That guy. Go to his house. He'll have a parking lot party.
I mean,
tailgate party.
Can't blame him, I guess.
No.
Making money.
No. So, yeah. Anyway. So our money's on the Chiefs. Not that we're going to put any money on it, but
I don't know who to
got
put money on.
a little bit root for the hometown
I'm sorry.
team.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you haven't asked me about the records behind me.
I
Can
saw them
everybody
before
see
we
the
started
albums?
recording. Yeah.
Can everybody see the albums behind me?
Yeah.
You know where those came from?
Where'd those come from?
Your mom.
That sounds like a joke. Your mom.
Not yo mama. Your mom.
Well, no, but anyways, continue.
So for Christmas, we get this old record player, this old stereo.
Yeah.
You don't know. We ended up on Facebook finding this old late 1960s classic Magnavox stereo
It's a pretty
cabinet.
good find.
AM,
I'll be
FM
honest.
stereo, FM, AM, FM, and the record player, and it all worked. Completely worked just fine. Needed a lot of cleaning up. We cleaned it up, and we're thinking, okay, got to buy records. Me being a disc jockey for the 1,000 million years, you'd think I'd have records. No, because I sold them all. A long time ago, garage sales or gave them away. So we went on a mission for original vinyl records. Originals.
Yeah.
And so your mom is losing her mind finding classic vinyl albums.
Mm.
Yeah.
So how many have you accumulated so far?
Do you know what that album is?
I have seen. Wait.
This one?
The earring.
The
right.
old people.
The earrings.
Yeah.
I know
Do you know?
that. Queen?
What?
Is that Queen?
No. Close. Close. Very close. Same era.
But
Late 70s, early 80s. I believe that came out in the early 80s. But that's not an original vinyl album. That was a recut. It's only like 2 or 3 years old, but it's still got the same music. It's just a digital remaster.
I really don't know.
Sticks.
Okay.
It's the Pieces of 8 album.
All right.
Now, do you know what's on the other side?
Heart. I see that.
But specifically the name of the album?
Dreamboat Annie.
Dreamboat Annie. That's an original album.
All right.
Yeah.
So you found, so when you say remasters, it's just like anything else, right?
Well, this particular album, when it's a digital remaster, basically all they've done is they've taken the digital audio and smashed it down back to vinyl. So it's not really the original vinyl. You can, if you're an audiophile, you can hear the difference between digital and the original. So anyway, that's what that means. And I think the records are thicker too.
All right.
So
they just probably sound a little better.
Yeah, much better, warmer, fuller.
Okay.
The digital sounds a lot tinier and if I was going to describe it like a box, the remastered digital's kind of like this by this, and the original vinyl analog stereo is like this by this by this. It's just bigger and I don't know.
I understand.
It's just me. Just me. I'm not judging.
I mean, well, no, because I got to agree. It's the same thing, kind of like.
But I don't think that your mom knows that I kind of had this thing for Nancy Wilson.
She knows.
You think she knows?
Yeah, okay. But here's my thing.
No, hang on. I saw Heart in concert in 1982. And it was awesome.
Was that your hang on?
That was my hang on.
Okay, all right, cool.
Go ahead.
Making sure.
But hang on. Wait. She was really, really cute back then.
Oh.
Your mom was too. Okay,
Had to
now
put that
go
in.
ahead.
Thanks.
No, go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so the sound thing, though, really, I get it, because, like, on guitars, say, for example, you have the digital, and you have your tubing, and the tube sound, the original tube.
Right,
amp.
that warmth.
And
it's
it's
the
just
warmth.
so much better. That's
Yeah.
what professional musicians use. Like tube amp. That's all they use.
But you have to have, if you're gonna reproduce it, you have to have the amount of speakers and the EQ to make it really
Yeah,
work
that's why
right.
there's stack.
And that's why
speakers.
everybody went to digital, going, hey, I can just reproduce this with a speaker the size of your phone. It's not the same.
I think my stack that I've got would work really well with the
It probably
tube amp.
would. We should plug it in and reproduce it and see if it works.
What do you mean? But I don't have a tube amp. I need a tube head. Tube amp.
Oh, that's true.
I don't have that. That's
Just
what I'm
gotta
saying.
Get like a big
I
kicker
really
speaker.
wish.
We can make some real noise with it, though.
I really wish that I could get a tube amp. That's my goal next is
Okay.
tube amp.
I'm gonna find you an old. I know a guy at a record shop
Yeah?
that sells tube amps,
Really? For guitars?
refurbished tube amps.
For real? For guitars?
Sounds good enough. I just keep lying to him. He'll
Oh,
think
my
I'm.
gosh.
No, I think the guy actually did it. It's weird. These record shops that are selling this vinyl, they're like old DJs, like older than me. They're just like these guys that collected records in their garage and then realized, hey, they're popular again. Why does your generation like records anyway? What's up with the millennial Gen Xers and the whole re-vinyl thing? I really don't know.
I don't necessarily that they're playing the records. I think it's just the collection aspect of it.
Okay, but I mean, like for the
They like
last
the aesthetic of it.
because the last 2 or 3 years, all the stores have been selling the little bitty tiny record players.
Yeah, it's the aesthetic of it, and just the
Okay.
whole idea. Doesn't necessarily mean that. I think it's cool. I mean, obviously, because I don't know.
I don't know. You know what I really like about the records, and I'm not being weird on this part. I gotta go get the
I
Heart
didn't know
record.
you were being weird.
About the Heart thing, about the Ann and Nancy Wilson. This is what I really liked about it. Hang on. Hopefully I don't knock anything over.
Yeah, great.
Because it's actually got the record in it. What I loved about albums is this was before we had the internet, and the only resource we had was the album. So you'd get the record, you go, cool. It has all of the titles of the songs here, but on most albums, especially the double albums, all these pictures, and it's all these concert pictures, and man, she was cute. And
Quit.
I know. I was talking about your mom.
You need to stop.
But it held it right, and sometimes in the sleeve, and I don't think this does have it. It had all of the album
lyrics?
information,
Oh.
who wrote it, the lyrics,
Oh,
and
it does have
everything.
lyrics.
Yeah,
See, they did that
Yeah.
in CDs. A
I
lot.
know,
It was just
right.
a pamphlet.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, the
But-
pamphlet, but yeah.
and you'd
And
have art
And
inside of
look at the quality of this album. This
Yeah.
truly, 1975. Yeah, I need to start selling these dudes.
No, why?
Think your mom would mind?
Then you're going to do the same thing you just did a minute ago because
Yeah,
I was
you're
a
right.
DJ and sold all my records. Why
Nah,
would you
I'm not
sell
gonna-
them?
Well,
You know what I think's really cool was whenever people like cover a wall with records.
Yeah,
That's really neat.
I did that. I did do that one
Well,
time
I think it would look
before
really
you were
neat.
born. So
I think it would really look neat.
yeah,
See, because like the collectible aspect of it, I know a lot of people like this generation, my generation specifically, likes the collectible aspects. I really
Right.
think that they're starting to get back into that. I'm not just saying trading cards, but I'm talking about physical, characters,
Yeah.
like molded characters that are worth pretty good amount of money.
Yeah.
It's just to have the fact. That's why I don't think the whole digital world is really truly going to succeed in the long run. I'm not saying that in certain categories it won't,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about
Okay.
like the whole physical.
like
you know?
you don't think the analog world's going to disappear? Is what you're trying to say?
No,
Not
I just
entirely.
don't. And the
You know-
whole in the whole fact that you have something physical in your hands. I think even the younger people still
Yeah.
enjoy that.
All right, I
really
agree.
do.
I
And so that's why I don't.
I had a 78. You know what a 70? Okay, you know what the difference between a 33, a 45, and a 78 is?
Hmm.
Do you not really know the difference?
Oh, the sizes of the records, right? No.
The speed.
Oh, okay.
33 RPMs, and actually 33 and a third
See, I don't know.
RPMs, like times
Right,
it
I
goes around
understand
per
what
minute.
RPMs are.
Yeah, times
Yes.
per minute. The little 45s spun a little faster,
Yeah.
and they had most of them had a single song on them. They ran 45 per minute, and then the 78, which is a much bigger record, goes 78 times
Right.
per minute.
Okay.
It flies.
Right.
I had an old 78 because that's what they started out with 78s, so they're old. I had a 78 record of Hank Williams Sr. I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
heard the whippoorwill, yeah. But some little boy, when he was about 4 years old, was playing around in my closet.
Did I destroy that record?
You broke that record. It's okay.
Whoops.
But no, yeah.
Whoops.
So, yeah, and I
It happened.
I cried and I threw all my records away.
Is that what you really did? That's on you then. If you did
No.
that, that wasn't a 4-year-old.
I was going to bring out the Big and Rich guitar. Maybe I'll do that next week.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. Who
That's
knows?
hilarious.
Yeah,
the
you're
things,
right.
Brandon. I should start bringing stuff out from your childhood. Some of the funny things like that.
Okay.
Because they're around this
It's
house.
so weird because it's like the way that things have I feel like have stuck now.
Yeah.
We're good on time.
Yeah.
That have stuck now. The whole motocross deal. I didn't think that was going to stick, but it is very much stuck.
Yeah, I didn't think that would stick either. I figured that'd be a fad for about a year and a half, and then
it's
it'd be
stuck
over.
hard, and that's the thing.
'Cause you've been through so many fads. We
But
talked
this
about
time-
this a couple of weeks ago.
But it's like it's weird because now the stuff that I'm doing, I've really stuck with now. I guess it's part of becoming an adult. But
Yeah, it is. You pick one.
yeah.
But then the cool thing, you don't have to go away from the other ones if you don't want to. You can come back and
telling
revisit
me?
them.
Okay, listen.
You can go
talk
back
about
and revisit.
Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
Still do it.
Right.
You know, all these things. I will fully embrace my nerdiness because I want others to know it's okay to be a nerd. Even
So
at an
there's
older age.
Pokemon, then there was the other card game. What was it?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Still collect those still. I don't know. I wouldn't say there's these things that I came and went from, but like if someone were to come up to me and tell me, see, I wouldn't buy a Buzz Lightyear or a Woody, action figure now. But if they had a true, honest
Original?
to goodness, like collectible, original / more adult themed kind, I would love that.
Dude, you've got all. Well, I don't
know.
think they're. The problem is you played with them,
I know.
and they're not. You have all of the original.
We need to get
stuff.
those out and take a look at those because I really
You got small soldiers
I know.
and your toy soldiers, and you got So,
see, that would be really neat to put on a shelf.
you know what I have somewhere? Can't believe we're telling the entire world this stuff. We're going to have to start locking
Who
our
cares?
doors tighter. I have an original from the late 1960s full-page iron-on collection. You know, like you used to get these things and you would iron it on
Yeah.
of Star Trek.
That's cool. That's neat.
And I need to find out how much that dude's worth.
Before we go,
It says keep on trekking. There's one of those. Yeah.
Look, before we go though, because I think you would really appreciate this. Something maybe we can talk more about next week.
What?
You need to look into a game, and I've told you about this before.
Yeah.
Called Star Citizen. This is really a cool game. Star Citizen now is fixing to come out VR. I've showed a bunch of people this, but there's actual it's not necessarily VR, but it takes a pretty extensive setup. On a computer.
Yeah.
I finally have that setup where I can play it, and I'm really enjoying it. But I've seen some builds that people have 5 monitors across that go across like this. And Star Citizen, you would love this because you're a Trek fan and all that stuff, makes consoles. They make physical consoles. I see it in your eyes. I
Try
saw
not
it.
to get that twinkle.
saw it. They make physical consoles that connect to the bottom of your monitors and such, and go around all your monitors that are ship consoles. That literally your joysticks come out and everything like a ship.
Right.
And you have all your consoles showing your fuel, everything. And whenever you come up to a space station to land, you have to request for landing.
I got you.
You can just type it on the...
So I got you.
You're physically... That is where the whole digital world's going. And that's along with the analog world too, because there's physical... It's not even virtual reality, really.
What's
but
weird,
it kind of is.
What's weird is I know firsthand that some of the... we're in Enid, we're home of Vance Air Force Base. People all over the world that train in the military come here. But one of the things is a VR room now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a chair, and their initial pilot training is done from a chair.
If someday I can afford this, and I will, there's
weird.
The thing. It's not too expensive, but I do want to get a thing called the Oculus Rift.
Okay.
And it goes into the computer. I want to bring the rig over. I want to set it up. And I think for a special Sunny Side Up episode that obviously you're going to want to watch on camera, do a VR episode. And,
I want I want the Starship Enterprise bridge behind me. I want to rebuild
Yeah.
one of the consoles.
Yeah.
One of the science stations
I'm
for our
telling you.
production board.
Look.
No, I get it. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So
That's where the gleam of my eye. You could do it. It could be the set. We could make
Yeah.
our own little science fiction set for Sunny Side Up.
yeah, like see, it's like
Could we install like some type of blaster or phaser or weapon system?
sure you could.
Nobody's going to be able to see this but me.
Well, hold on, I'll show
What?
it to
You
you. Keep
going-
talking. I'm trying to find the
okay,
the
he's
one I
thumbing through all
showed.
these pictures.
I showed Josh the other day.
the geeky pictures.
Oh no,
I don't have
can't
all day to
find
wait
it.
for this, man.
You do have all day
No,
to
I
wait for this.
don't.
What else
Is
you
that
got
it?
going on?
What?
No, look. So
All right.
okay, you got the console.
We're going
and the
where no man's
console's
gone before. Speaking of, while you look for that, the Star Trek thing. The reason I brought this up in the United States Air Force. Did you hear the hubbub over the U.S. Space Command?
no.
The new branch of the military.
Oh, the space.
the
Yeah.
Space. What's it called? Anyway.
Right.
Space Fleet, Space Patrol, Space Command, whatever it is. Their logo
Yes.
looks a lot like the Starfleet Command logo. And Trekkies all over the world have been going, wait a minute, you can't rip them off. Well, it turns out that the United States it's the United States Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the United States Space, whatever it was, from the early 60s, before NASA came along,
Yes.
they had a logo. It was an Air Force logo with the triangle, with the Delta logo
Right.
and a thing across it. And the Air Force has already come out saying, no, we're sorry. Star Trek ripped off our logo.
Are you kidding me?
For real, it's true. They showed it. They were like, their logo started in 1961. Trek took off in 66, I think.
Wow.
And I, as a Trek fan and a fan of the Air Force and military, I think the whole thing's just cool.
I think it's awesome.
I think it's really cool all the way around.
The whole Space Force thing.
It's
I
just
got you.
neat. It's
I got
really
you, by
cool.
the way.
Uh-oh, you got the console. Oh, my gosh.
So that's,
Yep.
you see there's
I see it.
on that end
Yeah.
and
So you're
everything.
surrounded like you're in a
surrounded.
cockpit.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see this.
Like you're in an airplane cockpit.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
There's
Okay.
another one.
Yeah.
There's another guy that had his
Yeah.
set up that way. But,
Yeah, I want that.
yeah.
I just want that. I
Yeah,
don't even
like,
care if I play video
see the
games.
monitors?
It's just
Yeah.
really cool.
It's got the
Yeah.
console and everything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
it's really neat. But anyways, we'll go into
right.
more. I think what we should do next is talk about the what.
See, that does. I mean, look at this console. It doesn't look very space age.
You just
at
need to get
all.
a
It
bigger
just- yeah.
screen is what you need.
Hey, by the way, if you're just listening on the podcast, bless you for listening today. We appreciate you. Angel should be back next week. But if you didn't get the video, go to the YouTube channel, Sunny Side Up YouTube. Like it all over the place. Share it with your friends and family.
Yeah, I especially want to push
Yeah.
the YouTube, man, because I'll be honest, I work very hard on editing these videos and getting
And
them
it looks
out for
great, by the
everybody.
way. Yeah.
And I love it. I
But-
love it. I really do. And I know in the future there's a lot more I want to do with video. I'm not trying to bash the audio side because
Wow, he just did.
look, the audio side is very important to me and has a special place in my
No,
heart.
podcasting's
because
where it's at, dude.
I drive for a living. I know I've said it so many times till I'm blue,
Right.
but it holds a special place in my heart because
you get to listen to podcasts.
you get to listen to podcasts
That's
while you
what we're all
drive.
about.
That's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
So-
but when you get home, come and see the video. You know,
Yeah.
if you say, "Oh, that might
Absolutely.
look interesting,"
Yep.
just skip to the part. It doesn't matter. Skip to what we're talking about, and
Okay.
yeah. So, anyways, episode
Sonny-
29 is a wrap.
29's a wrap. Contact us. Hit the links below the video or reach out to us. Sunny Side Up Podcast at storiesandscoopsmedia.com.
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
We're everywhere.
Yep, just search us.
Every platform
Yep.
there's a podcast
You can
app.
find
We are there.
literally a sun with sunny side up in the middle, and
Looks
that's us.
just like that right there.
If you're listening audio,
If you're
you'll
listening.
find it.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
looks like
episode
a da-
29.
it looks like a sun, but kinda like a daisy.
Nobody
So-
just clicks on episode 29. So if they're listening to
Yes.
29, I know you're a dedicated listener, and thank you
Yeah.
for being here.
Absolutely. Next
yeah.
week, we hit the big 3-0.
Yep. So
Cool.
see
All right.
everybody next week.
See you next time,
ya.
Angel. Bye.
Bye.